Oklahoma where the winds come, sweeping down the plain, twisters blow away your kingdom. Noise from the Sooner State, feel it in your eardrum. Way past the beginning and we are nowhere near done. My goodness, I'm nice with it. You can snap back, hold your hat, it's how I'm fitted. Getting fueled up off your hate as if I need it. Why it takes on eating lighter, people say I need it. You didn't know? When I hit the road, dog cities hear me spitting flows. Meanwhile, on tracks, I'm really not your typical spiritual, lyrical miracle, you imbecile. Going harder than a tombstone. Here lies in a method that never saw its doom, though. Joints instrumentally fired by IQ, yo. Rocking like a Lucifer track, but what do you know?
Forward and I can't go back.
Welcome all. This is the Outsiders Green Country Soccer Podcast. My name is Mario. I got my two good co-hosts with me. How you doing, David? How you doing, Josh, tonight?
Pretty good, boss. How you doing?
Doing pretty good. Surviving.
I know it's a new year, new podcast, right?
New year, new podcast.
Question for you, Mario. Question for you right off the bat, and then we'll get into our special guest. Raheem Sterling, just letting him walk for free, huh?
We're not talking about EPL this year. We're just going to let EPL go. It's just a one-off thing, Right now, America's playing now, and that's we'll talk about them later. But
who even cares about the Premier League?
I'm having a banner year so far. I mean, got that Carrick effect,
Super.
Anyways,
wait. A quick question: are you supporting Liverpool again or Man U? I mean, I know you jump both sides.
And I get called the bandwagon.
Hey, you lose, Josh. You lose to Grimsby Town, and see how that feels in your soul.
You changed your whole Twitter persona to Liverpool. It was hilarious.
My soul ran.
All right, guys. enough Premier League talk. We have a special guest with us tonight. We have a brand new assistant coach, and he has some time with us, so we're really grateful. So let's enjoy this time with him. We have Gabe Zapponi with us, our new assistant manager for FC Tulsa. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me. It's always good to talk about football. So hopefully can share a little bit of my experience and share a little bit of the passion that we have for the beautiful game.
Oh, yes. We are big soccer fans. Most of us, actually all three of us, has been here since the start of Tulsa Roughnecks 2.0, and we've been following. We're big supporters. When you come in the stadium, you're going to probably see all three of us, plus all our supporters group behind us.
We really appreciate, having the community and the fans, loyal fans like you guys are. It's critical for the success of any organization, especially in the USL.
That's great. I wanted to get to know you a little bit better. Would you please let us know where you're from and how's your soccer background history? Maybe you can give us a little glimpse on that.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm from Brazil, originally, Rio, which is a big city. And I grew up playing futsal and basketball for a big club, Fluminense Football Club. And when I was 20 years old, I moved to the United States. And funny enough, I moved to Oklahoma, which is a small junior college, 1 hour and 15, hour and a half north out of Tulsa, called Northeast Oklahoma, NEO. So a very small junior college. So that was a culture shock for me, going from a big city to a very small town, but great people, helped me so much in the first few years of my journey here in the United States. Stayed there for 2 years. Then I transferred to UCF in Orlando. And after that, I came back to NEO to be an assistant coach for 1 season. Then went to Florida. Then Paso Locomotive, where you went to the conference finals for 2 years in a row. And then in the 11 for the last 4 seasons. So it's been a lot of moving across the United States, but it's been a good journey, a lot of experience, different coaches, different methodologies. So be able to experience a little bit. of different leadership as well. Of course, always evolving, always learning, and I'm really looking forward to bring that experience and my passion to Tulsa. And it's been really really good so far. Very pleased to be here, and I can tell you for the first few weeks of work that we've been together, with Luke, with Caleb, with people in the front office. We have a tremendous organization here, and it's been fantastic.
That's great. Well, I'm gonna let my other guys give some questions too, but hey, David, do you want to go ahead and start off with your questions first, bud?
So, first of all, welcome to Oklahoma. Thank you for being here, being part of our coaching staff, and enjoying this experience we have going on here in Tulsa. Last year, we made the Western Conference Finals. What do you think you can help bring to the coaching staff to or we got to the championship finals to get us over that hump to maybe bring home the crown this year?
Yeah, so that's always the challenge, right? We always try to be better every single day. We want to focus on the process. Let's be very very clear here. Of course, every team starting a new season, they're going to try to be the champions. We want to improve every single day. Every time we step that across the line, the white line, every time we step on the field, we're trying to improve ourselves. And my job is to keep raising their standards, build that consistency, build that culture, and hopefully by building that environment of high standards, ultimately the championship, getting the finals again, staying in the top four again will be the consequence of it, right? So really believe on the process and the things that Luke is trying to implement on the team. Of course, you worked last year, so for me, it's to come in and really keep raising the standards. If we try to be what we did last year, the other teams are improving as well. The other teams are bring new players, so we want to push another gear. That's for sure. And then it's one of my responsibilities to keep pushing the gear forward. What I can tell you from what we spoke about as a staff, I will be working a lot with the defenders and trying to keep improving the defensive. Of course, last year was good, but how can we improve? How many sheets can we have? Always challenging ourselves to make sure we're scoring more goals than conceding. So that's ultimately simplifying the game. That's really what comes down to being good in both boxes.
Yeah. So you spent time in India and El Paso. You probably were there when we were kind of a couple of lean years here in Tulsa. What was the overall, like, when you were with those two clubs, the view of Tulsa compared to what you have stepped into as an assistant coach here?
I think Tulsa was going through a change when I was in El Paso. I was in El Paso in 2020. So, of course, 2020 was a tough year for the entire league and sports industry in general. So the view of Tulsa at that moment was the change, right? New ownership coming in, investing in the facilities. So we could see that from far. We actually, when I was in El Paso, we came here and trained here once. So we saw the potential that it could be. At that time, we're still not putting all the renovations, but we saw the potential, right? So now we have a new grass field, renovated. So it's nice to see the ownership putting a lot of effort to make the environment better for the players. And hopefully we can see that throughout the league as well. But the view was the potential. And of course, over the years, bringing the people that could take this potential to maximize it. As sporting director, Caleb, who understands the league, who understands the players, the budget that allow us to be successful. Bringing Luke as a head coach, who is being successful as a player and as a coach as well in Louisville, which in our environment we see Louisville as the gold standard in terms of USL franchises, in terms of how they have players, training ground, stadium, and all the kind of stuff. So having Luke here with that background, with that type of knowledge, what it takes to be successful, not just one season, but consistently, which goes back to your first question, right? You did well last year, but how can we keep raising the standards and making sure last year was not just one off out of 10 years, right? How can we build a consistency and be in the top of the table quite often over the years? So, yeah, back then we see potential. Now I think not from outside we saw potential, but now we see Tulsa as an organization maximizing that ceiling that we can be as a club.
So you said you had like a good futsal background when you were over in Brazil. What do you to bring to this team? Are you focusing more with the offensive? Are you focused on helping with the defense, or are you just working with the guys on every aspect?
Yeah, more on the defense side. So I'll help more on the defense side. Of course, we do a lot of brainstorming.
You got a great group of defensive players coming back to help you on that.
Yes. So having that core group coming, it's always great. Lamar, AB, Ian, Luke, Harvey, Owen, the back line. I'm very pleased with the work that we've done so far as a unit. A lot of brainstorming in the coaching staff room. So of course I'll give my ideas. How can we improve the offense? But once we get out to the field, sometimes we split. Sometimes I'll be working with the defenders, and Luke will be working with the attackers. Of course, Luke was a successful attacking player in this league, and he has a passion for it. He has a passion to create different scoring opportunities in different ways, and I have a lot of passion for defending. We need to defending. We need to make sure we're trying to get as many clean sheets as possible. And when we do have those blocks, like we see Lamar sometimes blocking a shot and celebrating like it was a goal, I want to keep that energy, that desire to keep the ball going in the back of the net.
You brought up a certain player, Ian. He came over to the last 6 to 8 games, and including the playoffs. He just seemed to be especially with AB out, injuries, a really steadying force in our back line. Can you speak on the aspect of Ian, how he's grown, how he's working with these guys, and he's fortifying our back line?
Yeah, I mean, when you bring players across, we always trying to do a background check, coming from a different culture, probably different training methodologies or philosophies or whatever you want to call. So it takes a little bit of adaptation for the players to get used to the system, get used to what we're trying to do. But last year, like you said, because of injuries, he had to adapt very quickly. And with his experience playing in Brazil, he was able to adapt and help Tulsa like last year. So right now is the same thing, right? You still have habits from previous experience, and we're trying to make sure we are reinforcing a little bit what we try to do as a unit, as a defensive back line.
I got one more question before I send it up to Josh and let him ask you some stuff. So we've got a little bit of history with your former team, El Paso, and we all we're the biggest fans of El Paso, and there was a certain player on the team, Yuma. Do
Yes.
you have any funny stories about Yuma, or just was? I bet he was well received. He's one of those guys that is probably well received in the locker room, but hated by other teams across the playing landscape. But do you have any funny Yuma stories for us?
Yuma is a great human being. That's the first thing that I want to say. I actually had him in Jacksonville Armada.
Mhm.
So I coached Jacksonville Armada in the NASL days. And then we took him to El Paso.
Right.
Him, Mishak, Richie Ryan. That group was a special group, because veterans in the leagues and get things going for us in El Paso was a good way to kick off things there, because we were just starting the club at that time. And Yuma was just a leader. But he is one of those that there's no easy day. It's always go time. And what you see on game days, you see in training as well. So sometimes he could get feisty in training. And if he needs to get on your face, he'll get in your face, but he'll say in Spanish at that time. I don't know how good his English is nowadays. So sometimes was funny, because he was just he couldn't express himself in English. So when he was getting a little bit angry and in training, his Spanish was coming out, and he was good. But he's one of those players that just bring the standards high in every session. And from the warm up to the last phase of training, little rondos, it's go time for him, So I learned a lot from him over the year. I hope he's doing well. He's a great human, good competitor, great player, very smart player, and he can be feisty at times.
Awesome. Josh, go ahead. Josh Mario, go ahead.
All right, Josh. You gotta unmute yourself, by the way.
I was muted. No, I was muted. I apologize. All right. So obviously you've had prior USL championship experience. How has FC Tulsa compared cultural wise so far to your other clubs?
Culture? You mean
Yes, sir.
culture wise?
Yes, sir.
I think the culture that Luke and Caleb are setting right now, it's quite different, right? And I say this because I would say for the last 4 years or so, the league has changing a little bit. Usually used to be the head coach used to be the head coach and technical director, head coach and sporting director. And now the league is evolving to where we're breaking the rules and allowing the coach to be more with the team, and having a sporting director where you can build that culture, can focus on bringing players that will build into a culture for a long-term success. But those two roles needs to be really aligned. And I think those two are very aligned for what I've seen so far. Of course, I just got here last month. But having that, I think it's critical, right? It sets the foundation, it sets the standards. I'll just give an example. In a Locomotive, he was the president. He had a general manager, was more business side, and Mark Laurie was the head coach and technical director, right? In Indy, where I was 4 years, for 4 years, is the president and then is the head coach, right? So that sporting director role, in my opinion, it's critical to create the culture, the standards, and understand the recruiting piece, the budget, make sure everything is aligned. Because I had in Indy, for example, once Mark Lowry left and Sean McCauley came, the way McCauley wants to play was a little bit different than Mark Lowry, right? And then to create that turnover to fit the players into Sean McCauley style, it takes a while, right? When you have a sporting director that understands the league, that understands the culture that you're trying to build, I think it's a little bit smoother, the transition. And of course, now he's going to bring a coach that makes more sense to the players they have on the roster. So again, I think those two are doing a fantastic job. And once they came in, they set the standards right away, what the expectations are, and we're going again for the title. I mean, that is, we don't want to put this as a high expectations, because it's every club is trying to improve, right? It's getting more and more competitive. I've been in this league for a while. Of course, everyone wants it, but the competition is just getting better as well. There are clubs out there spending crazy amount of money on players, right? And resources, and new stadiums are coming in, so everyone's trying to improve and create that advantage against our competitors. But what I can tell you, the standards here in terms of what we try to create as a staff, it's really high. It's competition every day in training. It's logging data from training to make sure the players are switched on, because we are observing real detail and collecting data. And if it's not good enough, we're going to show you the next day.
Well, thank you for answering the question, Mario. The floor is yours.
So I'll ask you one serious question and then some fun joke ones. I'm going to go start with the fun joke ones, and then I'll go to the serious one real quick. But I ask every guest that comes on here that, what's your favorite Premier League team, or if you have a favorite team, we would love to know it. And there's no answer that's wrong, except if it's Manchester United. But other than that, no, we would love to know, what's your favorite team?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a favorite team. I never supported one specific team in the Premier League, but I follow the league. Of course, we always watching, and then we clip some videos from Premier League to show examples to the players. But I follow coaches that I believe they're doing a good job. Arteta is one of them. Pep, of course, is one of them. When Klopp was at Liverpool, the intensity that Klopp Liverpool had was tremendous. So it's more about, for me, it's more about the coaches and what the coaches are trying to do. And when we're watching games, I feel like when you're watching as a fan, you're kind of watching the player on the ball, and you're trying to see, oh man, look at his technique and all that kind of stuff. And then when you're watching the game from a coaching perspective, you're actually looking the opposite side of the field. What's the behavior? What are they switching off? Is the back line staying together with the play? Example, Man City back line, it's very aggressive. They go really high, which sometimes they get exposed, right? So the marking the box, how the awareness of understanding, can I be tight on this player? Can I be zoned? What's the moment to be zoned, and when is the moment to be marking? All the kind of stuff. How to step. So our eyes go a little bit away from the ball and go somewhere else. But it's a long answer to your question, but it's more about the coaches and different styles than one specific team.
Oh, I fully understand your question. You know, I coach young kids, and I most of the times in the game I try to watch, I try to chant, but as being a coach, I see the formation, the shifting, the retreat, the player momentum off the ball. It's what it gets me to see, and I'm like, yeah, counterattack's about to happen, and it happens. I'm like, I understand your answer, so it's super understandable. Thank you. My second question that I have for you is, I know you used to go Northeastern, and you've been here probably a month now, but have you seen a big difference from the first time you were here in Tulsa to how it is now, the soccer culture here in town?
No, I haven't yet, to be honest with you guys. I came in, there was a lot of unpacking to be done. And then afterwards, I had to go back to Florida for a week of coaching course that I'm completing right now. And then once I came back from the coaching course, was go time with preseason. So I haven't had the time to go and even downtown. I haven't been able to go downtown yet. Just being here around Jenks and the training grounds. But it's preseason. It's go time. It's a lot of video watching teams and trying to figure out what the other teams are doing, so we can be as prepared as possible beginning of the season.
No problem. The reason I was asking that question is because I've been here for going on 18 years now, about to be 18 years. Here's in December, and I came down here from Florida as well. It's just since we've been to the playoffs, I see people that I've never expected in my life to have a FC2 on, and it's a beautiful sight to see somebody have a sticker on their back of their truck, and it's not OSU, the football team, or OU. It's soccer, and it's starting to build here in Tulsa, and that's one thing that I like seeing nowadays, and it's a dream come true for me. And that's why I was trying to find out if you saw that same thing, but it's okay. Once you come downtown, or if you ever come to Empire Bar, you'll see the soccer culture.
That's amazing. I mean, watching from far, watching the playoffs last year, that was impressive. What the community did, and buy into the soccer culture and helping the boys to stay in the games, right? Like where you guys are scoring last minute goals, and I think that energy the fans brought to the stadium definitely kept them going, and it was really nice to see. Of course, I came here play against Tulsa several times, and as you guys probably know, I never seen that stadium that full. So watching that from far, I think was special. Special not just for FC Tulsa, but for the whole USL. Seeing a stadium full of fans. I think we have to invest more in the community where you have small markets, USL markets. If we can get out in the community and do more events and make sure we are engaging with fans and build on that momentum from playoffs, hopefully we can see that type of attendance more often throughout the season.
No problem. Well, I know I told you we were going to be on here for 25 minutes. We're now going on 30 minutes. I really appreciate your time. I'm David Josh. Do you have any other further questions?
I'm good.
You got to put your volume up. I can't hear you, David. No.
No.
Oh man.
Oh,
Yes.
can you hear me?
We
right.
can, yeah.
You think it's go time.
starting this weekend, this Saturday. It's go time against North Texas. What should we expect coming out against North Texas? Is it going to be a lot of trialists? Is it going to be first team players? Do we got some people on the injured list, or is it just?
Will be a mix. Of course, you guys know some players from last year that had some injuries that we still needs to manage and we need to take care of. So you see some trialists most likely on the field. We'll try to have two halves. So every player in our roster to get 45 minutes at least. Of course, we have to manage them. We don't want to kill them too soon. So for that reason, we're gonna bring some people that we wanna see a little bit more as well, and keep them tracking off those players, local players from college. We want to give the opportunity as well to engage with our college coaches that we have in Oklahoma, but also giving that opportunity, right, for the kids in Oklahoma to keep dreaming with the pathway to pro. In terms of them, North Texas, we expect a young team. They're technical, but we're going to put them under pressure so their technical skills not able to flourish, if you will. That's the main thing. As you saw last year, we press, we try to stay in attacking half as long as possible, and we'll see what happens.
Awesome. Just excited to get started, aren't you? Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, it's the first. I wouldn't say test, but it's the first time that you're actually able to see, 45 minutes. Of course, we've played some 11v11, but managing still the load of the players. But when you see the first 45 minutes, you start to click a few things. We're able to cut a few more videos to keep building on what you're trying to do as a collective. So we're looking.
Yeah, awesome. Well, if you have injuries or something, I know Mario will bring his cleats and he'll be ready to go. If you need like a sub
I'll add Mario on the trial list.
No. Mario retired.
Yeah.
His soccer. This guy right now is done. I'll coach. That's as good as I can, but not on that level. But,
come on now, you want to lace them up and get out there.
No.
Hey, if you need them, I have crutches. So if you need them.
No. But
should I expect you guys to be there Saturday?
We'll be there for sure. I'll be there for sure.
We will be there.
You'll see a lot of stuff.
Unfortunately, I won't be. It's a daughter dance competition day, so I'll be supporting my daughter as she's dancing around the stage. So,
good luck to her.
Yeah.
Well, really appreciate your time. Thank you for everything, for being
thank
on.
you.
We can't wait to see you on Sunday. And you'll definitely see us a lot. You'll hear us for sure when the season starts. And thank you again. I really appreciate it.
Sounds good. No problem. My pleasure. Thank you.
No problem. Well, you take care and you have a great night.
You too, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.
What a guy.
All right.
That's like the most.
You did great. Really appreciate it.
Josh is Josh super excited. Look at him. He's about to get up and start dancing. I don't think he's really hurt.
I wish I could get up and dance, but I cannot do that.
Well,
I can barely move my leg.
Yeah. But you want to progress into our normal banter?
It's FC Tulsa season. Let's go.
Premier League. Congratulations. Everybody's in the top 5. Come on, let's all be happy. I mean, Chelsea's doing awesome. Manchester City is
we're doing our
doing
thing.
Manchester City things. United is paying some people under the table, I think, and
Carrots boys are flying.
I can't wait till we get I can't wait till we get Cole Palmer next year. That's gonna be awesome.
I think we talked about no more Premier League talk. And real quick, I just want to, Ewan, thank you for the questions and the comments that you made on the YouTube chat. I'm sorry we couldn't ask about the Jamie Weber. I did tell him, promise him that he was going to be on here for like 20, 25 minutes, and it went a little bit longer than that. But on Saturday, I'll ask him and I'll repost it online. But also, Nick, what's up, man? Thank you for the shout out. And our great buddy Shadow Wolf. I don't think we said his name in 2026 yet. So, hey, what's going on, man? Get some sleep, man. It's early for you. But guys,
let's get into this thing.
I'm excited. I've been wanting to talk about this for a good while. But I wanted to ask you guys, do you want to talk about FC Tulsa or do you want to talk about the USL real quick?
Let's go USL, then we'll end it with our great FC Tulsa. Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. Let's talk about right there. I know me and you, Mario, has had little discussions about it, but so we'll go with Josh, and then me and you can discuss a little bit more, Mario. Josh, here's the future of the USL right here. You got Division 1, or you got League 1, Division 3, which is probably going to be a regional-based system. They're looking at maybe 40 or so teams in there to fill out the whole region, different regions in the United States. Then you got the USL Championship with I think, Mario, if you correct me if I'm wrong, it's going to be a one table.
One table, 20 teams.
One table. And then you got USL Premier, which is 12 to 16 teams.
They're planning on having 20 as well, but by league standards, they have to have 12 teams.
Yeah. We'll see if it gets there. But, yeah, one single table. Josh, how do you feel about the future of the USL Championship or the USL professional structure? I guess we can't call it the USL Championship anymore.
I'm pretty excited for it because I feel like for the teams that don't have a stadium, it's going to have to force them to accelerate their stadium plans. Hint, hint, FC Tulsa. Let's get some announcements rolling. But I'm glad they're finally doing it. They're finally trying to take that jump over what the MLS is too scared to do, and that's relegation and promotion. And so I'm really excited. I didn't think we'd actually see a day. Obviously, I don't think FC Tulsa will go straight up into the Premier League or Division 1. I just, because obviously we don't have a stadium yet and haven't seen any announcements yet. Hint, hint, FC Tulsa again. Let's get that rolling. But yeah, I'm really excited for it. But I wouldn't be mad with staying in the championship for if we really had to, because I love the championship. But it would be cool to see us get promoted. No relegation. So, let's hope we never see that.
Real quick, David, before you, I know you're about to jump and say something, but Ewan here.
No, I was just gonna say this. I was just gonna say this is gonna be 2028 is the intended start of this.
Yeah,
correct. Yeah, 2028.
This comment by Ewan, I think we could do 15,000 seat stadium.
I think 10K is where we'd have to cut it off. 100%.
I had to swallow this one because David, I think he was correct a couple episodes ago when he said that, we have to slowly build up to that. Last season, having 9,000 fans for a championship match was amazing, but I think we could have done better. And I think if it was more in the afternoon or more in the evening, I think we could have done more than 9,000 fans. But, we have to grow into it. We have to show this city, this town, the state that this isn't just a one-off thing, and we have to kind of earn the fan support and stuff like that. And on that part, that's why I'm kind of hesitant to jump onto the Premier League just now.
I think 10K is a perfect median, and just have a stadium that can be upgraded within time. 8K?
I think, 12 might be pushing it. But I know there's going to be a lot of sanctionings, a lot of, little between, we can get 15,000, but I don't want to
We can't get way too ahead of ourselves.
I don't want to look like Miami does or Loudoun Birmingham and have just a little pots, little spots of fans here and there. Oklahoma.
You can.
Oklahoma City's going to have a stadium. Oklahoma City could have a stadium and whatnot, but I don't see them filling up a 10,000.
I don't see them making it to the championship.
They made it to the
I don't-
semifinals. I think maybe the semifinals of the Western Conference, and they didn't even have that many people there. I just think that it's just putting the cart before the horse, and it's just they're gonna
Like I
find.
said, we can't base it off. I mean, I guess we really could base it off of just 1 year of success. It needs to be consistent because nobody is gonna like. You just gotta be consistent. We've got to be consistent contenders now.
Not just contenders, it's on and off the field. We have
Yeah.
to push for it. Us supporters have to do our part too. The front office needs to do something. The players need to win. It's just like I just said a couple minutes ago. It's just we need to have a couple years of, hey, this is not just a one-off thing. We are really here to win it.
Yep. See, it's just, I agree. We just need constant success because like you said, I don't want to be in a big stadium like Birmingham, and they have to put banners up, like rows of banners where it just looks bad on TV.
No problem. Just want to give a good shout out to Gage. He just says, "What's up, guys?" Sorry you can't stick around too long today, but maybe next time we can have you on the podcast again. But have a good night, man. Well, David, go ahead.
You ready for me to unleash? You ready for me to unleash?
I already said you're right. Okay, so go ahead.
So, my whole opinion on this is, I honestly think it's going to be it's a ploy to get the USL and New Rock to sell to MLS. I think it's it's an ABA NBA merger type of situation. Let's just start right now. MLS is already looking at 4 of the major markets in USL Championship: Sacramento, Phoenix, Indy, and Detroit. The big rumors are there's problems with the Vancouver Whitecaps or whatever they are in MLS. The ownership group's trying to sell. It's not looking good for them. There's going to be a spot open in MLS, and they're going to come down and look at one of those 4 locations. If they come and cherry pick one of those top ones that would probably go into the USL Premier, it could start a major domino effect of them trying to pick off other than I see what you're saying. Even the owners of the USL is basically everything they do is they're a land management company. New Rock's all about properties. That's the reason they're always pushing for teams to build stadiums and stuff. I think it's going to take a lot of funding to get USL Premier off the ground. We're talking sponsorship, TV contracts, just to get money to raise to equal contracts that even sniff the baseline MLS guys. You're talking about multiplying current USL Championship salaries by 4 to 8 times. It's going to take a lot of capital to get USL Premier off the ground. And would that push teams, let's say lower attendance teams, FC Tulsa is in that category. Are we going to be able to financially play in that arena? I don't know. And you might say, yeah, we just had almost 9,000 people in a playoff game. Mid-June, we was drawing 2,000 people. It's going to have to take a great, substantial undertaking by the front office to be able to afford to even begin to try to field a Premier Division I team. What's going to happen when, let's say, the champion of the USL Championship, they say we can't afford to go play in the Premier? Is there going to be that balloon payment? Is the Premier going to give them a balloon payment to actually afford to go play with this team, with the other teams already in the USL Premier? What if it is a 5,000? What if Charleston Battery cannot afford to expand Patriots Point and they have a 5,500 person stadium? But yet, for the last 2-3 years, they have been one of the great storylines in the USL Championship as a winner. What's going to happen with Birmingham? They play in a football field. They've already had to cancel dates and reschedule dates because they cannot get those dates that were already scheduled for the USL Championship games. They've had to reschedule games. 3 games already. What's going to happen with, say, a Las Vegas team, which do they really draw people?
No, not really.
Sporting revenue dollars in Vegas is hard to come by. Vegas is in a economic downturn since COVID.
And there's a lot of sports competition out there.
Yes, especially rolling in, yeah. I just feel like there's a lot of questions that needs to be answered, especially monetarily, to try to compete with an MLS. We've seen it many times. We've seen other leagues, let's say the XFL and NFL, or the USFL and NFL, the ABA and the NBA. They try, but MLS hasn't been around as long as NBA, NFL, Major League Baseball. But they're the well-established, dominant soccer league in the United States. And to come and try to take the one thing that we have going for us is we're going to have Pro Rel. MLS doesn't have that. And we could be possibly playing at a different times of the year as MLS isn't. But say in the summer when we're playing and MLS is not, are we going to be able to bring the fans from, say, a Kansas City market or a Wichita market or a Dallas market to be an FC Tulsa fan? Go ahead.
Why do we need that though? That's the part that I'm like, who cares about the other towns? Once we have a promotion relegation, it's already bought in the system that each game matters. It's not gonna be like the MLS that all it matters is once you get to the playoffs. Like
why? Okay, I'll answer why it matters, because you need that revenue stream. You need the TV. Do you think people's going to play for ad time for FC Tulsa if they don't get the TV viewership numbers? No, they're not. They're not going to pay for that ad time. That's when you have to get other eyes on this product from other local area markets that the USL doesn't have right now. In Atletico Dallas is about to sap up that Dallas market. To be able to compete and actually get the sponsorship, the revenue dollars in, you're going to have to get eyes on the product and just not Tulsa eyes. You're going to have to get eyes from, say, a Wichita. You're going to have to get eyes from, say, a Kansas City that doesn't have a USL market. You're going to have to get eyes from, you're going to get eyes on the product to get the viewership numbers up, to get the revenue streams up. That's why you got to get those other eyes on the program. But are you going to be able to pull the MLS eyes to Tulsa to watch it while the MLS season's not going?
My last thing is, I think we're comparing apples to oranges. MLS and soccer to football are two different kind of things for me. I don't think we need to have Kansas City eyes. We don't need to have, Springfield, Missouri. All these out-of-town states, Oklahoma City might be playing on ESPN, and guess what? There's going to be people from out of the town being played. I don't know what network we're going to be aired on. I'm not sure, how much money or what network system we're going to be on. I just feel like, this is going to be soccer. It's going to be important. There's going to be teams above us and below us that are going to want to see us lose or win, whichever way it goes. I think the viewership with the Pro Rel coming on, it's going to allow that kind of more viewership on each game. I just don't. I mean, yes, in NFL it works because it's been doing that for years, for close to 100 years, And the same thing with basketball. I think soccer is a different beast, and I think it's going to make fans watch this game more. It's going to come from a niche sports to something major league, and especially now that we're going to be having the Premier League a Premier Division One. I think it's going to bring a lot of excitement, a lot of eyes into the league, especially on big night games.
So don't get me wrong. I want this to work. I want it to work. But I'm playing devil's advocate here where I see a lot of major hurdles. What's going to make people think it's going to be a big game in Tulsa? Right now, we couldn't get, mind you, the playoffs. We all will agree that was an amazing thing. But it didn't happen until the playoffs. We were with the night when we became champions of the Western Conference. There was 4,000 people in the stadium. During the dog days of summer, we had 2,000 people in the stadium. All three of us were one of those people. It's going to be hard to get, especially people say, hey, FC Tulsa, what if we're in Division 2? Are people going to still turn in for that? Because the casual fan, and we've seen it, unless the casual fan doesn't come to FC Tulsa games. The diehards do. I mean, I want this to work, but I see a lot, especially financial. What's going to happen if they say tomorrow, if you're in the Premier Division, Division 1 Premier, you have to have a salary structure of at least $3 million. Could we afford that? $5 million.
Maybe not $5 million, but $3 million. Constantly.
I mean,
and I think the first maybe 5 years, it's gonna be all has to bend. There's no way we can have a league like to start off a league with the same caliber as the MLS. I mean, we can do our little minimal numbers and then advance. MLS had 30 plus years, I want to say, of
and no competition, and no competition.
But they do have competition. They had NFL, they had baseball, they had basketball.
Yeah, but they
soccer.
haven't had other soccer. Yeah,
it doesn't matter. It's still eyes off of the product. But I just feel like it's going to take some time. I'm thinking by 2035. I hope I'm still alive and I can see it. If we can actually compete with the MLS. Right now,
we got 2 years to prepare for it, so we shouldn't be that concerned.
What happens in 2030 if MLS or USL is making inroads? MLS doesn't snap it up.
It's the would have, should have, could have of the league, man. And I just I want to give it a chance. I am here for it. I don't watch MLS no more. I am gun ho for the USL, and I want it to succeed.
To be honest, I love the way the USL is now. I don't think they need to add another division. Maybe just another lower league division, but that's just me. I don't see a reason for another Premier. But I just don't see a reason for it. I love the way the championship is structured. But
I think we have to have another episode that we could talk more about this because there's so many other things. Like I can agree with some of the stuff that David says, and we haven't even talked about the union, the players' union, and the league, and that situation.
If they can't even get a deal with the players' union, how do they expect to run 3 different leagues?
And I can see where the league is coming from and I can see that they can try and say, with more viewership, more revenue.
The product on the field is getting better, so you got to pay them better or give them better.
That's true, but they're just hoping for this Premier League to boost their sales, boost their revenues, so those players can be paid what they need to be paid. Unfortunately, just right now, it's just this minimal is just too low, and that's the part that kind of concerns me from every little situation that they were brought up. Right now, the CBA is what actually for me is hindering my thoughts for this Premier Division 1.
Does the CBA matter? Because teams are playing preseason games right now. If this was the NBA, NFL, MLB, heck, I would even say the WNBA. If the CBA wasn't done, they wouldn't be playing.
Yeah, they'd be on a lockout.
Yeah, but right now they're still having meetings. I mean, they had multiple meetings already.
There was a deadline and it passed. Most other huge leagues, that deadline passed. They're in lockout until it gets done. We're already seeing teams play. Louisville's had 3 preseason games already. We got a preseason game Saturday. I hope it gets
Speaking
done.
of that, we should pivot.
All right,
to our
Josh is getting antsy. He hasn't had his meds today, so all right. Let's talk FC Tulsa. Like Mario said, we will revisit this another. We might have a special Sunday edition during the Super Bowl. You know, it'll be our Super Bowl halftime show. We talk about.
No, there's only one Super Bowl halftime show, guys.
And it's Bad Bunny. All right,
he's gonna do a heck of a job.
There you go. Preseason schedule. There you go. It looks like 3:00. 3 p.m. February 7th at Titan or whatever they call it now.
Ascension
St. John's Sportsplex.
Yeah.
We take on MLS Next Pro North Texas FC, which is an affiliate to B-side, whatever you want to call it, of FC Dallas. I really have no players. I know nothing about North Texas. They won the MLS Next Pro Cup 2 years ago. They had a great quality team then. I don't know if they have it now. I don't think they did that great last year. But the boys are back in town, and they're going to take the field. You heard Coach say that this is going to be a mixture of starters. It's going to be a mixture of local talent playing for us, some TBAs, and some trialists. Best time of the year, trialist time.
Okay, I heard Mario was going to be one of them. I heard it. Somebody told me that was happening.
Yeah, no.
Mario's going to be there. Josh, his dad might load him in the back of the truck and drive him there. And
I'll be there. I will be there.
He'll be hopping, but he'll be there.
I'll be there. I won't be outside, but I'll be there.
I'll be in Tulsa, but I'll be at the Cox Business Center.
Boo, this
my daughter, Dan.
Boo.
It's my daughter's
first ever
daughter
win a trophy.
Yeah. But hey, who do you want to see start on Saturday, Mario?
Oh man, who I don't want to see starting is a better question. That's a smaller list, but I'm excited to see some.
Just roll out the whole team, man.
Yeah,
we don't need no
all the players. But I do want to see some trialists, man. I actually want to see some.
Get Mario out there. Everyone wants to see
DJ
that.
Dean.
DJ Dean, let's go.
I don't think so.
If he's there, I'll ditch the crutches and I'll start walking. If he's there.
Well, all right, we got that one on Saturday, and the next Saturday we go down to San Antonio, take on a revamped San Antonio team, which I think is going to be damn good this year. Their rebuild has been pretty.
They're not going to Dallas. They're not going to San Antonio. They're going to go to Dallas.
Oh,
that match is going to be in Dallas.
Well, there we go. We didn't want to go to San Antonio anyways. Visit the Alabama.
Listening to Harry's podcast, and he was talking about them going to Dallas and playing that match up there. I'm like, okay, that would have been a 4-hour trip, but I don't think I'm making
San Antonio. San Antonio didn't really play in San Antonio. I mean,
San Antonio is an awesome city, so I just want to put that out there. I love going.
What? And the River Walk. Ooh.
We got our own River Walk. We got the gathering place.
Yeah. All right. Then on the 21st, we take on Missouri State at Ascension, 2 p.m. Then a closed door matchup against Union Omaha.
That's the game where Mario will be playing the closed.
Guys, we're here. We're officially about one month away from the season officially starting. Who's excited? Look at that. There you go.
Come on.
Yes.
March 7th at Sacramento. Yes, please.
I don't think I've been this excited for a season. It's been a while because usually I don't have expectations for the team, but this year I have expectations. I'm pretty excited.
Let's talk about a whole slew of newcomers to FC Tulsa. Our first new player coming in is Raheem Summersall. He played at
excited for him.
North Carolina FC. He's a pretty good defensive midfielder. There you go. Look at that guy. Good looking man. Look at him. He's got a lot of USL Championship experience. Mario, do you think? Where do you think Raheem's going to fit in on this team?
I don't know. I hate to kind of guess. I haven't even seen him play with our team yet, so I'm not sure. You know, it's going to be hard for them to break into the first, like, you know, the starting team, because our starters are great. From what I've heard and seen on videos and stuff like that, he's really speedy midfielder. He's not the only speedy midfielder that we got in new, but I just can't wait to see him play, and then I can judge from there.
I feel like we went midfielder heavy this offseason so far, you know.
Yeah, we did.
All right. The next guy that we announced, newcomer, is the brick wall himself, Alex Tambakis.
Absolute just signing out of nowhere. I would have not expected that.
Yeah, no, I don't. I thought he was retiring, actually.
I was told he was retiring. Yeah, I was.
But to go to New Mexico and take their best goalkeeper and leave them Chris Shakes, take it all day. Love having Alex Tambakis here. There's an old saying that competition breeds greatness, and we all love Johan. We all love Johan. We think the world of him. We think he's a great goalkeeper. Bringing in a player like Alex Tambakis, who is either tied or number 2 all time in clean sheets in USL history, USL Championship history. I think Danny Vitiello might have went one up on him after this last season. The all-time leader in saves in the USL Championship. To bring in a goalkeeper of that caliber not only helps us on the field, but helps us in the clubhouse. So awesome pickup for Alex. Mario, Josh?
I love this pickup. You know, just like you're saying, we all love Johan. But I mean, this is going to make him fight even more, hopefully. I know he is a really good goalkeeper. Alex is – I don't even know how he got him away from New Mexico. It gives me more questions than answers, but I'm glad we got him here. I'm glad that New Mexico has Shakes. I forgot how many goals we scored on him already.
I think we scored out of both.
I think it was
9 goals. It was
9
goals.
Out of 3 games. 3 games.
Yes, 3 games.
But I'll take it all day. Let him be the starting goalkeeper. I know they picked up another goalkeeper that's really good too, but if he plays against us, let it be Shakes. That's all we hope.
All right.
Yeah, we love Shakes. Great goal.
Third pickup of the offseason is this is a little bit of a Caleb Sewell connection right here, because he was the general manager down there in Memphis while this man played there. But Bruno Lapa, Bruno the last few years been playing in Brazil and Israel, I believe. But amazing attacking midfielder. Josh, in the private group chat, I think you said you want to see someone that's going to replace DeLu. This is who's going to replace DeLu. He could play down that right side like Alex played. He's an attacking midfielder, great passer of the ball, great just in space with the ball and in tight defense with the ball. He's going to fill in that DeLu spot. I think he's a little bit more polished, a little bit more efficient striker, and a little bit more efficient with his being able to set up other players. So great pickup in Bruno Lapa. Fellas, Bruno. Are we going to talk about Bruno?
That's a good song. Anyways, I think this has been our best pickup of the offseason. I like
we got one more big one coming.
Apparently. Maybe it's Mario signing with the team. He just doesn't want to tell us. But I remember watching him with Birmingham, Memphis. I don't really have much memories of him with Memphis because I really didn't watch Memphis that often, but I just know the player that he can be. This is an exciting signing. I think as much as I did end up really liking DeLu towards the end of the season, and I hate to say this, but Mario was right. He is a pretty good player. But I think this is just like a 10 times better upgrade.
Nisa, baby. Nisa.
All right, guys.
These
All right, guys. I gotta confess, I got a new favorite player of the season this year, and it's this man right here, Lapa. I think and
Are
really
you gonna
quick,
say he's gonna score 10+ goals this year?
I think he will score 10+ goals this year.
You have yet to get one of these right.
I
yes, he did.
did.
He did.
Did he say Taylor? He said
He said
Taylor.
Taylor.
Yeah.
Taylor.
Yeah.
And guess who was right? Even I know you just said that it'd be competition with Jamie. I don't think it'll be competition with Jamie. I think Jamie's gonna play on the left side and Lapa's gonna play on the right side. Oh my god, that right there, that midfield formation right there for me. And then having Taylor up there, maybe having Khalil play up top with him.
I think Khalil's down that left side. You got Bruno down the right side, Jamie in the 10, Taylor in the 9.
I would like to see Jamie in the 10.
That right there, gives me hope. This is why when people were complaining about, oh man, we don't have enough players, we don't have this, we don't have that. I'm like,
we know you were complaining a lot about it. Trust me.
Yeah, I was the one complaining about it. But
the only thing about with all these like signings we have is just we retained so much from the team last year. I just don't know how all these players fit in the squad. It's gonna be. I would hate to be Luke. I don't know how he's gonna pick his teams.
Competition breeds greatness.
It does. It does.
This time last year, we were talking about not having enough players. We now have enough players.
We have more than enough players.
Well, let's move on to another one. Let's move on to the next one. Bailey Sparks. He is a center midfielder. Played last year in MLS Next Pro for Inter Miami too. I've known about this guy for a few years. He's very talented. I think he'll be the surprise. Bailey Sparks will be the surprise. Just
putting
that out there right now.
We haven't gotten to him yet, but I think the new guy who just got announced, I think he'll be the surprise.
I'm gonna agree with Josh.
Okay. Well, so we got two more. Next one's Alonzo Mays. Alonzo played for Vermont Green last year. He's also spent time for the Long Island Rough Riders. Both in USL League 2. Everything I've seen, he played a lot of center defensive mid. So I know they're saying he's a defender. I don't know if they're going to try to move him down the left wing back role, center back role. The one big want that I haven't seen us fulfill yet is the Travion Souza role, the left wing back role.
Me and Mario were talking about that before we started.
Owen can play a little bit of left back, left wing back, but that's not his traditional position, traditional role. Stauffer, St. Clair, Owen, they're all right side guys. Maybe Alonso can fill that role, or maybe he's going to try to be a box-to-box midfielder. Maybe he's a project that we might not see play a lot right now, but maybe mid-season when he gets used and more accustomed to the speed of the USL Championship, the physicality of the USL Championship, he might be able to step into a really good role off the bench. And this is all in my opinion, and be a contributor to the team. But I like the pickup. I think it's definitely worth the gamble. He's really fast, got good size. Something that our team seems to like to sign is guys with great physical abilities. You guys on Alonzo Clark.
Great depth pieces. I mean, I don't think we've had a bad signing. I can't believe I'm saying that. I don't think we've had a bad signing yet this offseason.
Like I said before, I can't wait to see him on the field so I can kind of actually give him better. I can just give you the opinions from what I've seen on videos and stuff like that. But from what I've seen in the videos, he's a really good fast person. I wouldn't be surprised if we put on that Souza spot on the left wing back. We can all be guessing he'll be the next left wing, and then the team will play 3 in the back kind of formation, or 2 in the back kind of formation. It's just we need to see. I would love to guess and hyperbole about this, but to be honest, until I see it on the field, I really can't guess.
Well, still think we gotta have to have a left wing back, even if we play a three-man back. So next guy, Josh, Mario, both are loving this signing. Giorgio Kachevsky, played with Ventura County FC last year. MLS Next Pro. If you're saying, well, what the heck's Ventura County FC? It's Los Dos, LA Galaxy 2. That's their B side. Had a very successful year for Los Dos. He scored 7 goals in 23 games. But as a midfielder, he had no assists, which kind of worries me a little bit. But maybe he's just a finisher. We don't know. We won't know until he gets out there. We see him out there on the field. You both said this is your surprise of the lot. Tell me your feelings about Giorgio Kachevsky.
I feel like he's going to play sort of that Kimbo Cabato role that we've had in years past, is what I call it. Kimbo Cabato role. I think he's going to be that spark off the bench.
What kind of excited me is that he's both. He could use both his left foot or his right foot to score, and that's one thing that I did see a couple of videos that he did scored with his left foot, and that for me was really good. And seeing some of his plays and being in the box in the right time and spots, that's somebody that we kind of need. A role that we need somebody in the box that's willing to be in the right place to score a goal. So I'm excited about him playing for FC Tulsa.
So you're saying you want a poacher? You need a poacher.
He's a midfielder who makes runs.
Last season, how many times we wished there was somebody in the middle of the box just ready to strike inside the goal. I think we've called this one out, and the team brought a player in that caliber.
Just because of us.
Yeah.
Okay, Josh. All right.
Well, speaking of lineup, here's all our
that?
players. Here's our roster so far.
That is.
I think that's everybody on there. I know they have Lapa.
They adjusted that because it was, as of before yesterday, it was 9 midfielders. They had
they did
Lukic, Jamie, and Bruno as midfielders.
Yeah,
they probably got tired of me commenting on the Instagram where the forward's at, so they probably just fixed that.
Well, I still think we're lacking maybe one more forward and maybe a left side defender. But no, you can't. I put this lineup against any lineup in the league right now.
Now, question, because you just said that, is this lineup better than last season's lineup?
Expectation wise, yes, if that makes sense. Because seeing last year's lineup, the only expectation I had was that we were going to have a really good defense. But this year, I just think we're going to be overall a more balanced and better team. So yeah.
So you asked that question. If we're going to look at this, maybe I would rather have Bruno over Delu. Jamie was a midfield or a mid-season pickup. Serato was a mid-season pickup. Carlos or Ian was like a last quarter.
He was like
of the
a deadline
pickup.
Day sort of pickup.
Yeah. I like this lineup more than last year. Lucas wasn't on this. Stauffer wasn't on this lineup beginning of the season last year. If we get a healthy.
One player I would have liked to keep would have been Goldthorpe, but that's all right.
Mine was Souza, because I really liked what Souza did in the playoffs, but he signed for a team overseas, so he's gone. I hope Boubacar comes back healthy. He's going to have plenty of competition now in the midfield. And I thought before he got hurt, Diallo was team MVP.
Pretty damn.
I'm just glad that we're bringing back Pierre. I mean, he did amazing playing in that CDM role last season.
Unsung hero of the playoffs.
Yeah.
Lamar or DeLentz played the CDM role in the playoffs.
Did he?
Yeah. He
Is that not,
started in
is that not what
CDM
he
role.
just said?
No, he said Lamar. Or
No,
no,
I said
he's Harvey.
Pierre.
He said Harvey.
No, I said Pierre.
Yeah, no, he said
Delon.
Pierre.
Oh
Yeah.
man, it's 9:30. It's 9:30. It's getting past my
It's grandpa
bedtime.
time.
Okay, yeah. No. I agree with you. Pierre playing that CDM role, he looked amazing.
I'm
He
just
was
glad
awesome.
to see. I think this is how many players did we retain? 11, maybe. Rough
No.
estimate.
All right, let's.
We've retained a good amount. I don't think we've ever seen this amount of retention out of an FC Tulsa. It finally feels like we're not rebuilding.
That 20 to 21 season, we retained a lot of
14.
players.
14 player return.
The COVID year when we made the playoffs and we went to 21, we made the playoffs. We retained a lot of players from that team. So
Yeah.
But no,
I'm
awesome.
I'm excited.
I'm surprised Kyle Harris still on the team. I thought he might get stamped up. He had a great season.
He's got
look
unfinished
at
business here.
Look at the other big strikers. Francisco Bonifiglio from Miami FC. He's gone. He went overseas. Cal Jennings went to Japan to play. I'm just really surprised Kyle Harris stayed. Thought he might go
I was
on.
surprised too, but good
All
surprise.
ecstatic that he's back.
Yeah.
So yeah. So all right.
I kind of
Well,
thought I'm excited that Jamie's back, but
it was a great midseason pickup. Love Jamie Weber.
All
All
right,
right,
glad
guys.
fellas.
Mario
Well,
didn't get to have his
What
player
else we can talk about next?
return.
Well, I don't have any more FC Tulsa talk. I got a little local talk. You guys got any more FC Tulsa talk?
Nope.
No, I'm good.
Mario? Let's
I'm
buzz
good.
through this real quick. Tulsa FC Channel Cats are having an amazing season so far in the MASL Women's League. I think they're undefeated. They won their last game 9-8, I believe.
4-0.
The game I went and saw, they played Oklahoma City and just absolutely stomped the floor with the Oklahoma City team. It was embarrassing it was awesome. I think they scored like 14 goals or something like that. Totally awesome. Congratulations to the Channel Cats. They got a tough road game, I think, in Wichita this weekend.
Tomorrow.
Is it tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
2 matches against I think both Lady Lucks and Kansas, but in what's I can't understand is two different locations in Kansas. But okay,
There's 2 different Wichita teams. They might be playing them both.
That's probably.
I don't know.
But yeah, I got to watch the last game. It was a really tough match. I'm not gonna lie. I actually, after halftime, I was telling my fiance Angela, I was like, it's time to let's just turn it off. They were losing 5-4, unfortunately, and I was like, oh, maybe we the bad luck. And I got to look at my phone a little bit. I was like, wait, they're winning. I was like, I'm not jinxing it. But
I got to see them. I got to see the amazing Alan Doyle perform at the halftime show during the Oklahoma City game.
That's awesome.
Classic Alan Doyle. Is Josh awake? Is he sniffing his shirt? Golly, he's sniffing himself. Look at
Freak.
Chill out.
We do have one other bit of FC Tulsa. Let's go back in reverse. US Open Cup.
Little Rock Rangers.
We gotta go on the freaking road to Little Rock. Jesus, on a Wednesday.
4 hours away on a Wednesday night.
Gotta go to Little Rock. Little Rock Rangers, one of the best USL League 2 teams. I actually thought we was going to play them because they are pretty much the closest team to us in the first round. And that's who we got. So,
Texoma left, so that's the closest.
Let's go beat them up on those, what do they call them? The deer, the stags, what?
The Rangers.
Yeah, they got a deer logo. I mean, come on.
But we got to make it out there, man. We got to show.
It's going to be a tough matchup. Nothing but love for Little Rock. They've been a very successful USL League 2 team. They show they're great attendance numbers. People show up and watch them. It'll be a tough matchup. We'll bring the pain though. All right. Anything else? Or ready to go to hot takes?
I'm ready for some hot
I'm
takes.
ready to go to bed.
David, go first.
Me? Okay.
Yeah.
I do have one. New renderings of the Oklahoma City Stadium came out, and everybody's going crazy about it in the western part of the state. Court Jeske came out and said, "Man, I went to an Oklahoma City Thunder game, and the greatest thing is we got courtside. You got courtside tickets because you're rich. Come on, bud. You know that. We all have to sit up in Loud City. You know that. But the great thing about it was we could step foot on the court where the players play. So in our new stadium, the supporter section is actually going to stand on the grass. It's going to be the closest supporter section to the field. How long do you think before the USL says, back it up?"
It's a cool concept.
Knowing our friends in Oklahoma City and how they treat some players, how long do you think?
Concept. But there's no way the USL, if they're serious league, will allow that to happen.
I don't see it happening more than a season long. I say halfway through the season, most of them are going to be banded out of there. But I don't think it's going to be a problem for the first couple of years because it's going to be the women playing before the men even step foot, even before the men step foot on that field. So I just don't see it happening.
And what's that going to do to like that? They're going to be standing on the grass of the player. 6 games in, they're going to have that muddied up, and it's going to be just a nasty bog there because you got supporters there stomping, spilling beer. It's going to become a nasty, muddy area. So, I mean, piggybacking on that question, they say that they're going to start construction in 2027.
Yep.
The stadium. Do they play in 28 or is it in 29?
I don't even know. So I got to watch Court Jeske on my favorite daytime podcast, the Morning Kick Around. Please do me a favor, anybody, go watch it. It's really cool. That show. But they had him on there, and they were asking him for a timeline, and he kept saying construction, this, that, this, and that. I'm like, all right, when are you gonna put a date on there? We're dwindling down. We're trying to make sure we got all the money ready and yada yada. I'm like, I don't see this happening.
He doesn't have a clue in the world.
No, probably not.
All right, Josh, go ahead with your hot take.
All right, who's gonna finish higher in the Premier League table? United or Chelsea?
Chelsea.
Okay.
I love what United's done this year. I heard a great comment by the commentators the last United game that Carrick has found a system that fit the players. Amarin was trying to force his system onto the players, and it just wasn't working. The players were not built. Even the players that he brought in were not working on that system. Carrick's adjusted like a coach should. He adjusts, and we've got to see that with Luke Spencer. He's adjusted mid-games, tactics, clicks. I still think Chelsea's going to finish above United. United's going to finish a hell of a lot better than they did last year.
Do they get top 4?
I think they get 5. Chelsea's going to get 4. City's going to get 6.
Whoa, what? We're gonna surprise a lot of people. We're gonna catch Arsenal, and we're gonna win.
It's because you guys keep spending that money. You got that.
When you got the money, when you got the money, spend it.
Man City's like, charges 220 charges. Why not make it 240? Huh?
Who cares, man? You got the money, spend it.
You don't have the money.
We got the money. We got the best player in the league.
EPL's done. Premier League's done, guys. Well, I'm going to go with my hot take. I've been thinking about this one for a good while. I've been trying to look on Twitter, trying to look on any kind of social media to find out some more information. But I want to ask you guys, how long will Brooklyn FC stay in the championship this season, or for how many seasons are going to be on there, and why will the Cosmos take over that spot again?
So you think the Cosmos will end up taking up? Like, do you think they're going to end up merging, or do you just?
The better question is, who's going to have a better season, Cosmos or Brooklyn FC?
Cosmos, baby.
I really like what.
I got to pour some out for Rocco though. Rocco passed away. You know.
Yeah, all
I
right.
really liked what Brooklyn has done so far. So
Bringing in an old Tommy McNamara.
I think Brooklyn's going to surprise a lot of people. I think they'll be pretty good.
So the problem with the Northeast teams like that is the cost of living is crazy expensive up there.
Yeah.
And are they going to be able to pay players to come up there and play in that area, especially Brooklyn? I think this all ties back to the table that we talked about earlier. Is one of the big things to be able to implement a pro rail or that other structure that we talked about earlier is you have to have sustainability. If teams keep on folding and you're having to bring new teams in, you can never get that premier pro rail situation to work. They have to be sustainable. I think like Texoma last year, that's got to be a one-off, and the USL's got to do their due diligence, make sure the teams are sustainable, and there's got to be a lot more revenue sharing to make sure that teams like Brooklyn, Santa Barbara that's coming up can stay in the league structure system.
I agree.
I hope they stay.
I'm just hoping that the teams that are going to be coming the next season actually commit. Talking to you, Ozark. Talking to you, Atletico Dallas.
I'm not worried about Atletico. I'm worried about Ozark though. As much as I want them to show up, I'm worried about them.
They just sent out an email yesterday talking about them restructuring their payment, their stadium size. So all along, what I said is that's not going to be this next year. It's going to be probably the next following year. And now that teams are buying into the Premier League, Premier Division One, a lot of teams are like, well, let's focus on getting onto the first division and coasting.
Yeah. I mean, look at North Carolina FC. They decided they don't want to field a League One team this year. They're going to wait until the Premier structure.
Yeah.
So,
well, guys, do you have anything else y'all want to talk about before we call it a night? Josh says no. David says no. Well, awesome, guys. Thank you all for being on. For everybody that's viewed this episode this long, thank you so much. Big shout out to Gabriel for being on tonight. We can't wait to meet him on Saturday. Really had a great pleasure with him tonight. He was a great guest. For everybody that's been watching this, do me a favor, share it, like it, rate it on Spotify, rate it on whatever channel you can. All the views would be great. Do me a favor, if you haven't got your season tickets yet, please do so before the club goes and sells single tickets, and then you can't sit with the cool people like us in the sports section. Do me a favor, it was fun last season. I keep watching that video of when I was capoing for somebody that I'm not going to point fingers to, wasn't podcasting. Wasn't capoing. So somebody had to step in and capo.
I did a damn good job in the playoffs.
Not championship, but okay. But seriously, I really loved it. I want to have that atmosphere for this whole entire season. I hope we can have some big numbers. Probably not going to be 9,000. If it is, then I would love it. But I want to show not just the city of Tulsa, not the state of Oklahoma, but the USL and everybody else that we can actually support this club the way it should be. But do me a favor, y'all. Share it, like it, retweet it. And thanks for the compliments and the comments. David, Josh, thank you so much for being on tonight. Really appreciate it. Sorry for last night. And thank y'all. And my favorite part of the show, Vamos Tulsa.
Vamos Tulsa.
Vamos Tulsa.
I caught the Glock, mama oldest acting like he grown. Now peep the logic. I got a heap of problems. A mathematician, you see, I gotta keep it honest. I'm past offensive. From my childhood, I force you to forfeit. Turn snitch or crossover, source work for corporate. The hardship is not marked for fake artists barking. The artsy astrologist, a start to your rocket ship. Soon as I change styles, the moment that y'all pocket it. And prophets' eyes, prophesize giant size dollar clips for blessings. There ain't no way you could test it for us outsiders charging 20 G's a session.
Forward and I can't go back. Lessons that I went through, put some questions on my mental. Forward and I can't go back. The stress that I've been through, I left that in the rear view. Forward and I can't go back. Lessons that I went through, put some questions on my mental. Forward and I can't go back. The stress that I've been through, I left that in the rear view.